In PUBG, the designated marksman rifle, or DMR, is the ultimate hybrid. It shoots as fast as your finger can pull the trigger, but hits with the precision of a sniper. But in the real world, the military didn't always have this luxury. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are looking at the Mk12 SPR, the Special Purpose Rifle. To understand why this weapon was created, you have to look at the massive problem U.S. Special Operations Forces faced in the early 2000s. Imagine you are a Navy SEAL in the mountains of Afghanistan. If you carry a standard M4 carbine, you are great in close quarters, but your bullets lose accuracy past 300 meters. If you carry a massive M24 bolt-action sniper rifle, you can hit targets at 800 meters, but if you get ambushed in a close-range firefight, you are dead. The Navy SEALs needed a Goldilocks gun. Something right in the middle. They needed an M4 that could snipe. The elite engineers at NSWC Crane, the Navy's secret weapons laboratory, got to work. But they didn't build a new gun from scratch. They built a Frankenstein monster. They went into the military armories and took the bottom halves, the lower receivers, from old, Vietnam-era M16A1s. Then, they built a completely custom top half. They gave it a heavy, 18-inch free-floating match-grade barrel. They slapped on a specialized suppressor made by Ops Inc. and added a massive rail system for high-powered sniper scopes. Fun fact: because it was built on old M16 parts, the original Mk12s could technically fire on full auto. But SEALs were trained strictly to use single, perfectly placed taps. The Special Purpose Rifle was born. But building an accurate rifle was only half the battle. If you shoot cheap ammo through an expensive gun, you still miss. Standard military 5.56 bullets were too light. The wind blew them off course at long ranges. So, the military contracted a company called Black Hills Ammunition to invent a brand new bullet specifically for the Mk12. It was called the Mk262. It was a heavy, 77-grain, open-tip match bullet. It was perfectly balanced, extremely heavy for its size, and flew like a laser beam. When you pick up 5.56 ammo for your Mk12 in PUBG, pretend it's Mk262. That's the only reason this gun drops enemies so fast at long range. The Mk12 became legendary in the hands of the most famous operators on Earth. During the Battle of Fallujah, legendary Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, the American sniper, famously used an Mk12 to provide overwatch for Marines clearing the streets. Because he didn't have to pull a bolt back after every shot, he could engage multiple targets in seconds. It was also the primary weapon carried by Marcus Luttrell and Matthew Axelson during Operation Red Wings, the tragic mission made famous by the movie Lone Survivor. The Mk12 was the ultimate weapon for a lone operator fighting against overwhelming odds. I wanted to see if real-world SEAL tactics actually translate to the battlegrounds. So, I dropped into Livik with one goal: find the Mk12 and lock down the map. Livik's terrain is perfect for the SPR. It has high mountain ridges and long sightlines. Notice how I utilize the Mk12's unique feature in PUBG, its built-in bipod. When I drop to a prone position or crouch behind low cover, that bipod deploys, reducing my recoil to 0. Watch this rotation. I am not rushing blindly. I am taking high ground and using the rapid tap fire speed to break their armor before they even know where I am. I'm firing as fast as an M4, but hitting with the damage of a sniper. 6 kills. Total area control. Six kills and another Livik chicken dinner. They built the Mk12 to bridge the gap between a carbine and a sniper, and it does exactly that. It rewards precision, patience, and a fast trigger finger. If you want to dominate the battlegrounds, you need to understand the real-world tactics behind the weapons. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the Tactical Brotherhood. And click the video on screen right now to see part 1, where we break down why the M416 is the undisputed king of ours. Stay sharp, stay lethal. Peace.